Yo, yo.
Good afternoon, Billy
So
Badwing.
fucking weird. We're recording in the daytime.
It is a little bit
I was
strange.
like, what is this? This is so weird. I was like, what lights do I need on today? It's like shit.
Billy Whitsek is just fine. Oh, there he is.
Gentlemen,
How you doing, Ray?
Oh, he looks angry this morning.
I'm not angry. Why would you think
He
that?
looks very
I don't
angry,
know.
and he's got his camera all tilted wrong because you knew he was slamming the wall watching that game last night. Just fucking pissed off, sad.
You look like a fucking hipster, dude.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can I get a
Take
coffee
that-
at your coffee
take that
shop?
hat off. Take that hat off.
Fucking
I'm a
dork.
barista.
Is
I'm
there
not
gonna
taking
be a-
my hat off. It's
Is
cold.
there going to
here.
be a poetry reading here soon?
Yeah, I'm an artist, you cunts. It's not my fault my brain works in miraculous ways and yours are stuck on tits and fucking ash.
And
Yeah, I don't see the problem with that.
tits, ass, and sports.
No, ash.
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 Oh, ash.
What your place smells like?
No, not anymore. Speaking of ash, you see that shit that burned down Raymond today? Oof.
I know. I saw
Holy
the
shit. Yeah, my
we-
buddy's sister got it. Her and her 4 kids are out.
it was behind Hannaford, right?
Yeah, Sunview.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
Um,
it's fucked.
Speaking of that, did you see the Chiefs get burnt down by Brady last night, Ray?
Oh, I saw it.
What a segue. What
I
a
fucking
segue.
saw it.
What a segue.
I mean, we're all Super Bowl today, baby. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
I know.
This is what we did. We waited till Monday afternoon to record a Super Bowl show, and Raymond, as the only nitwitted hater, had to sit through the first blowout in a Super Bowl in
Brady's
20
career.
years, basically, because the Patriots aren't in it.
Worst Super Bowl ever. Worst Super Bowl ever.
What a performance, though, huh?
It was so great. All right, let's get into it. Welcome to the Simple Minds Sports Show. Monday headlines, February 8th. Welcome to the show, Super Bowl edition. Allow me to start off the show by saying I was lubricating last night with White Birch Brewery from Nashua, New Hampshire. It kept everyone except for Raymond level-headed and in good moods, feeling good about the game. If you see the White Birch in a store near you, please pick it up. Or if you have the opportunity to head down to their tap room, get a pint, get a flight. They're all doing great things down there. So allow me to segue that with Suck It, Ray.
Suck it, Ray.
See? Rich, you can't give your point first because now Bill's on your side. I'm not playing this bad cop either bullshit. I've had a rough night. I've had a rough morning. I don't want to deal with this bullshit of bad cop
I
today.
love
know
how
what?
angry you are at this.
I'm not angry.
Like, just accept it. Like, I'm not angry. I'm not happy you won. I'm not angry you won. Just
I'm not angry
accept it
either.
and move
I
on.
did
You
it. I
are
did.
angry. I can see it.
Oh, he's
spewing from
so
you.
angry.
I can see it spewing.
He
from your
lashed
fucking
out at me
computer.
last night.
You
via
just
text
screamed
message.
at us.
No.
And you just screamed
called-
at us.
I just called you an idiot. That's all I did.
No,
No,
it
I
seemed
think
like
you
you were
said-
lashing out.
Yeah, are
Fucking
you
idiot.
fucking dumb? Are you fucking stupid? And I said, no, Ray, I'm not stupid. And you said, that's debatable, which for you,
I was plugging your
Was that
other
a shot?
show.
Was that a shot?
No, I was
Yeah.
plugging his
That
other show.
shot's ta-
That's
no,
debatable.
That shot's taken right
That wasn't
there.
shots taken.
That's a shot
Don't let
taken.
the queen.
That's a
don't,
shot taken.
don't let the queen fucking put this bad
That's a
shit in
shot
your
taken,
mind.
Rich.
my
That
opinion
was
has
shot.
changed. That's a shot taken. Thank you. Ray.
Oh, you fucking dick, Bill.
Shot taken.
God damn it.
I'm an artist, damn it. Do you see the hat? You
Yeah.
can't bring me down like this, you piece of shit.
I want a large mocha extra sugar.
You
Hold the
would.
jizz.
Just today because he's sad. Normally it's double the jizz.
Yeah.
Ray, why don't you tell us about your experience in the Super Bowl? And don't hold back. Please let us know exact emotions that were going through your mind as we saw Tom Brady dissect the Chiefs. And frankly, the Chiefs shit down their chest and their pants. And Todd Bowles was a coach. I mean, it was a fascinating game to watch, but obviously it's all Brady centric for us. And we'll get into some more particulars. But Raymond, why don't you just lead us off with your honest to God thoughts going through that game?
Honest to God thoughts. I'm happy he won his 7th, but it hurts. It just hurts. You're happy that he did it, but you wish he could have been doing it here in New England. You wish he was still here. You wish Gronk was still here. That they had the same magic, because that could have been us going for our 7th Super Bowl. The guy still has it at 43. We let him go early. Yeah, I'm on Bill's side, and Bill we trust, but he got this one wrong. And it egg on his face because Brady went out there at 43 years old and fucking lit it up and played like he was back in his early 30s, late 20s. He was just looking great. And I think we just let him go too early. And it just sucks seeing him hoisted with another team. It's like it's my analogy I said all year. It's like seeing your hot ex-girlfriend out with a new guy when they're going off happily ever after. Yeah, you still care for her, but it sucks that it's not with you, right? Well, Bill, that doesn't count for you because you go through whoas all the time, so it doesn't really matter.
Bill just lacks the emotions of empathy and
anything,
any emotion.
Yeah.
Bill, why don't you give us your take so Ray doesn't get mad when we have the same one?
Like I kind of mentioned, like I didn't want to root for Brady. I've hated Brady all fucking year. I was texting with a buddy yesterday morning, and I was like, he's like, "Are we Bucks fans?" I'm like, I'm not rooting for him, but I'm a biased Brady fan. I don't want anyone to ever come close to anything Super Bowl wise. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. I'm not happy he won. I'm not sad he won. I accepted he won. I kind of picked him against him. I thought the Chiefs would pull it out in a field goal, but man, it's so hard to bet against Brady and what he did last night. I mean, 21 of 29. He had 80% passer completion percentage in the first half. I think that was like almost a record, especially for a 40-year-old quarterback. He's the oldest quarterback in history to win the Super Bowl at 43. Oldest player ever at 43, which is, again, he was 2 years ago over some punter.
Yeah, he's gonna
do it every year.
He's gonna hold all of those oldest records. But
yeah, the thing that really pissed me off the most, I'm gonna tell you right now, is Gronk. 6 for 67 and 2 touchdowns. Looked like he was kind of prime Gronk again. You haven't seen that in a couple years. You didn't even really see it much in that fucking Patriots, his last run of the Patriots, and his comments coming out after the game that I was just kind of waiting to see what Brady was, his move was to come out of retirement. I'm happy now, and it sounds like he wants to play again. That's what kind of pisses me off the most. He's kind of more dead to me at this point, but yeah, I'm not happy Brady won. I'm not pissed. Good for him. Number 7. We're watching something that's never, ever going to be done again. And this dynasty bullshit.
No, he's the greatest professional athlete ever. Period. Story over. There's nothing to be said.
No debate.
And he's probably
you're
talking
for
another
modern
2 or
era
3
too.
years.
You're talking modern era. You want to talk about guys who get championship? Bill Russell's got 11 and all that shit. You're talking about modern era. We're talking about 32 teams. You're talking about in a 20-year span, you just won 7 fucking Super Bowls and went to 10. You're 7-3 in a fucking big game. I mean, shit. Eli Manning and Nick Foles are 3 games away from being 10-0 again. You know what I mean? Oh God, that would be fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's. I'm not mad, or I've just come to the realization that, as a Patriots fan, it's gonna kind of suck. It's going to suck. But at the same time, look, the Bucs didn't win the fucking Super Bowl. Tom Brady won the Super Bowl. This Super Bowl will ever be remembered for Tom Brady winning the Super Bowl. It's not going, I mean, the Bucs name will go on the trophy, but it's not associated to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Because as soon as Brady leaves, they're going right back to the pile of shit that they live on. And that's why I snip-snapped in these playoffs watching Brady do what he was doing, because it's like we're not going to see something like this in our lifetime again. He is breaking every mold, every record. It's not even records anymore. It's like it's human feats. Like he's 43 and he's doing this on this level in a super competitive, overly physically demanding, mentally demanding. I get that at the end of the day, it's sports and it's a game, but it's really not. I mean, it's a $1 billion enterprise that is recognized globally. He's a global icon. Like, you're on this different plane of existence, and he's still at the top of it. It's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Say no turnovers. When's the last Super Bowl that he had with no turnovers? His first one.
Yeah.
Right. He throws interceptions in all these big games. 3 touchdowns, no turnovers in the first half.
He didn't even look shaky at
all.
His
pass. The only one that was bad was that snap that went over his head. That was the only.
It wasn't his fault.
No, but that's the only thing that looked shaky on him was that. That was it.
Yeah, the whole team looked like they were just ready to play. And I want to get into some of those particulars, but at the same time, this same team was 7-9 last year, And the only difference, I get it, it was, you have Gronk and AB and some other players,
Leonard
coming in,
Fournette.
but they
Dude,
don't come
remember,
there without Brady. It's Brady. It's Brady. It's Brady. It's Brady. All of it. It's all Brady. It's ridiculous.
Every
The
point scored
impact
last
a
night,
man
too.
can have at that level in that short period of time on a franchise with that type of pedigree, that losing pedigree, and drag them. Now, obviously, they're talented. You have to be talented to win the Super Bowl. All of that is understood. Devin White there on the defensive side of the ball, fucking stud.
Levante David, I fucking love too.
Their team is good. We understand that, but they're the Bucs. They're the worst franchise statistically in NFL history. There's a reason they were 7-9 with Jameis Winston and Bruce Arians in the same team. There's a reason they're now winning the Super Bowl, and his name's Tom Brady. That's it. That's why. I don't know what else to say. I hate gushing over people in things like this. I like bashing people. That makes more sense to me.
Yeah,
you just can't do it. I don't get anybody that is on the Brady hate side. I don't get it unless you're sick of him winning. But we've passed that too. Just root for the greatness. Root for something you've never seen before. But hopefully he gets fucking 10. Like, it's just ridiculous.
He's gonna get a contract extension, so he has a chance to do it.
Yeah, he's
another 3
definitely
years.
coming back. And put it in perspective, you want to talk about Tampa being 7-9. Every point scored last night was by a guy that was not on the team last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, Gronk had a great game.
AB had a touchdown.
I was hoping
Leonard Fournette had a nice touchdown run too. But man, they're in their defense. Can't sleep on them. I mean, I know it's all you're going to see Brady get most of that, but man, that defense was disgusting. 9 points to the Chiefs. I think it's the lowest points Mahomes ever scored in the NFL.
Yeah, it is.
It's
He's never been held to single digits ever in his career.
He's never lost by more than single digits in 54 career games, basically going back to high school. That is insane, too.
No, his first year at Texas Tech was the last time he did that.
It's 54 games either way.
I'm just letting you know.
I want to get into Chiefs for a second. I had one more point on the Brady thing. Is it, for me, I kind of came to this conclusion last night that it's easier to recognize the greatness, I think, from a distance. I think we were just spoiled as Patriots fans. We had expectations where, if he had 3 incompletions in a row, we were like,
what the fuck?
What the fuck, Tom? What's wrong with you, type of thing. And now he leaves. It's like you said, Ray. You're scorned by a lover, and he leaves. And we've spent 7 months watching Cam Newton drive the ball into his own goddamn toenails, and yet now you watch Brady and go, for the love of fucking God, that guy is good.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, he's good.
He's good, man. Yeah.
It's disgusting, and I said it on before. This is his best Super Bowl ever, in my opinion. The run you have to go, Breeze, Rodgers, now Mahomes. Yep. Say what you want. That the easiest thing everyone ever said for Brady was the way to get to the Super Bowl. Well, the way he got there this year was 3 road games, and then going through baby goat, as some people have already dubbed him, to win a Super Bowl. So I mean, that's an impressive run at 43. Oof. It's hard not to root for that, as much as I hate his fucking guts.
This was an incredibly important season for Tom Brady and his legacy should be greatest athlete of all time, because he took all of the question marks surrounded by Bill Belichick, the New England Patriots, the franchise, their success, whose shoulders does it lie on, the Brady versus Belichick, all of that, the path, like you said, Bill, the shitty division, the AFC East, all of the things that people would bring up when talking about Tom Brady not being as good as we say we are, in one season, pissed it all away. He shut it all down. And he went, nope, this is just, I'm the guy. I do it. This is me.
Just knows how to win. It's fucking incredible. You want to talk legacy? 7 Super Bowls. That was it. That cemented it. Greatest player in the history of team sports, right there. Just getting that 7th.
All
There's
sports.
no questions. There's no question about it at this point. He's the greatest winner of all time. Yeah, he might not have the most titles of all time, but dude, if you want to talk about Super Bowls, he's been to 10 and 19 seasons that he's been a healthy quarterback for the whole season. Think about that. That's over 50%. That is fucking incredible. And he's winning them. He's not like LeBron James going to 10 and have a losing record. This motherfucker is winning and winning all the time. It's insane.
Yeah, it's a different sport. If you want to read a great blog, it's on our website. It was actually published this morning. But it's a different sport. He supersedes the idea.
Is that from Bill?
He supersedes the idea of football being a team sport. He has the impact on a game that Michael Jordan had the impact on a game in basketball, but he does it in football in 50% of the time with 10 other guys around him that need to, like, we had this talk in the goatiest of goats. the impact that he has throughout the trickle down is it's hard to do in football. A lot of guys can't. Most can't. None have done it at the level of Tom Brady.
Yeah, and he's going to have every record. I mean, he's going to have touchdowns, the wins, passing yards. Breeze is going to retire. I mean, he's basically done. He just restructured his contract, so he basically gave money back, so they'll help them with the cap. It's pretty much indication like, here you go. I'm
Yeah,
out.
he's coming back for the veterans minimum if he comes back.
Yeah, so he basically gave
Yeah.
up like $30 million
Yeah.
of free money. He's not getting a signing bonus, nothing. He just gave it right back because they're in cap jail. So Brady's going to retire with everything. He's going to be Gretzky, but with more titles. Greatest fucking quarterback.
Does the
greatest
NFL
player.
retire 12?
No,
No,
They
NFL won't do that.
NFL won't do that.
Especially with all the shit that went through with him and Goodell in the league.
Yeah,
no. As long as Goodell's there, that won't ever happen.
No, I because
think they
before
might.
Brady it was Montana. They didn't think about retiring Montana's number at 60 when he
Montana
was
doesn't touch Brady at this point. He doesn't
But
touch
no,
him.
but I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
but
at
she's
that
saying
point,
that.
But that
But he
point
was
in
the
time,
GOAT before.
But the GOAT before, when you're talking about Montana, right? He was 4-0 in a Super Bowl, never lost, 3 Super Bowl MVPs. Like he was like the GOAT of GOATs until.
Yeah, my
Brady
point
came
is
along.
what Montana did made him the best, but it didn't elevate him to a level that Brady has elevated him to.
But at the time,
Joe,
I think it did.
No, it didn't, because Joe Montana was not the greatest athlete to ever play when he won his Super Bowls. We've just said Tom Brady is the greatest athlete to ever play a sport ever. That's Gretzky
no, I know
level.
what you're saying.
That's
You'll see
Gretzky
like
level.
you'll
No,
see
I know,
like
and I
what the
know-
Miami
the way
Heat
you're saying
did
it
with
now,
the
I get it
Jordan
now.
thing with Jordan. Remember when Jordan's number got retired in Miami? The Heat retired it. Yeah, Jacksonville Jaguars would probably retire Tom Brady's number.
Wait, the Heat retired Jordan's number?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Well, because you don't know much about NBA.
I get
why
football's
would-
a different sport. It's a conversation though, and I don't think he's done. I think he's got another 2 years, maybe 3. Maybe he said he wants to play plus 45
he's
now.
Plus 45
If
now,
he
so-
distanced himself from the Patriots in that pissing contest that they have with the NFL front office, I think it's on the table. I think 12 retired is on the table.
If he gets
Especially
9, and when he gets 9, because that's what the ultimate goal is for Tom Brady right now, is to get more Super Bowl wins than Bill Belichick ever had. So 9, he's going to play until he has 9 Super Bowls.
And you
That's
see,
when-
they had, yeah, that's probably right. And they, one of the players, I forget who it was, put out an Instagram video. They're all celebrating stuff in their uniform, and Brady's just sitting there like packing his bag.
Yeah,
like
in the
his
locker room. Yeah, I
slacks.
saw that. Yeah, he's like, he's been here before. He's the greatest, and he's just packing his bags. All these guys are cheering.
Yeah, he's like,
he don't give a fuck.
happy go. 364 more days till camp. We got to get started, boys. See you tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah, you want to hold on? It was funny. I texted my buddy who's a Chiefs fan last night. I was like, "Hey, how's that dynasty looking now, huh?" Text me back this morning at 1 in the morning. He goes, "That's idiot talk. We'll be back in next February." I'm gonna text him back right now. You got to win to be a dynasty, you prick.
I like, we had this conversation this summer, the Chiefs and their fans talking about dynasty. I thought it was kind of like a joke. Like,
Who knows?
yeah, maybe, you have a nice future ahead of you because of Mahomes. But are you kidding? You won one. You went
So did
to
the
one.
Seahawks. So did the Seahawks with Russell Wilson trying to go back to back, and who ended that fucking run? Thomas Brady. Who ended Mahomes' run? Thomas Brady.
This is the thing. The Chiefs will be good and they'll be competitive for a good number of years because as long as they have Patrick Mahomes, you'll be competitive. But Aaron Rodgers was considered better than Tom Brady for most of his career by the dopes at
Still is.
ESPN. And some people still think he is, and he has 1. This is another reason Tom Brady has 7. Been to 10.
They're also tied for FC championships right now, too.
It's the NFL.
Yep.
It's the
Him and Drew
NFL, people. You don't win like that in the NFL. You don't win. Ask Russell Wilson. Ask Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it just doesn't happen.
Even
Troy
Brett
Aikman
Favre.
won 3 of them, and he's considered one of the greatest of all time. Brett Favre won 1. Joe Montana got 4, and he was the greatest of all time forever. Like, Brady has 7. And you just think because the number's 3 that you can just get there, baby goat. Fuck out of here, Chiefs.
Well, just think too. Manning's 2-2. Just got in the Hall of Fame this week. 2-2. 7-2. That is fucking incredible. Brady's lost more times than Manning's won in the fucking Super Bowl. That's just like insane to me. Like it's fucking
It's
insane.
stupid. Brady should have his own wing when he goes to Canton in 11 years or whatever it's going to be. Brady's going to get it's 5 years after you retire. Brady will be in his 50s when he gets inducted into the Hall of
First ballot too. First ballot too.
Oh, yeah.
You
Of
think these
course,
guys
yeah.
are in their fucking mid to late 40s? This guy will probably be 65. He just retired when he's fucking 60, hanging up number 15. Fucking Jesus.
It's stupid. It's like my Madden franchise doesn't even have that many Super Bowls. It's unbelievable.
You know what's funny too? What was it like? Coward said he's like, yeah, he defeated Father Time now. At this point, he's 43, just won another fucking Super Bowl, and was the main reason. It wasn't like Peyton Manning, his last Super Bowl, where he just kind of rode off into the sunset on a good defense. Right. You're talking about a fucking guy that great playoff, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, MVP. The MVP of the fucking Super Bowl at 43. He's the direct reason they won the fucking Super Bowl, and it's incredible.
They're gonna have to change that name of the trophy to the Tom Brady Award.
He's gonna have to get Belichick. He'll have to get something. Belichick will have to get awarded something.
The MVP award's got to be the Tom Brady Award. I mean, he's got 5 of them. He's got fucking 5. He's almost doubled the next guy. I mean, what's Montana's at 3, right?
Yeah, that's
Montana at 3, right? That's incredible. He's almost got double.
And he should have too, because Deion Branch stole one from him, so he should have had 6 by now.
That one could have had that one, yeah. But I mean, I think the first one was kind of gift. I mean, I think Willie McGinnis had it in Ty Law. Ty Law had a pick 6 earlier in that game. I just think he had that. You know, he threw for 147 yards and was not great until the last drive. So that one was kind of a gift.
Yeah. Last drive counts though.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. Do you have anything else? Do you want to go into how this affects Belichick at all, or do you want to get into the game a little bit? I thought the game was really interesting. So,
yeah, it's not game. Fuck that Belichick shit till later.
Todd Bowles.
Thanks, producer Bill.
Those guys. I asked the question. That was my fault. The defensive game plan against the Chiefs was phenomenal. Now let's say it's from the front, from the top. The Chiefs were missing both their tackles. That showed.
What was it? Eric Fisher, right? Yeah, he was. Oof.
That left
tackle in the league, pretty much.
Mahomes not running for his life the whole fucking day.
Did you hear that stat that he had? That he ran for over almost 500 yards in the backfield.
If I had to hear,
that's like a proven thing. They did the next gen stat. He ran for 497 yards in the backfield, scrambling away from fucking defenders.
If I had to hear,
that is fucking insane.
It is. But if I had to hear one more time about how hurt he was. Like, this is fucking pissing me off. It's like the
go follow his wife on Twitter, because that's all she's bitching about.
Oh my god,
now.
He's gonna hurt toe. He's gonna hurt fucking toe. This is what's different between him and fucking Tom Brady, and this is why he will never be on Tom Brady's level. 2008, he played on a fucking torn ankle in the Super Bowl and was in 30 seconds away from fucking going undefeated. He's played with ribs, hernias, all this shit, separated shoulders. You hear jack shit about that. Now you're hearing about a fucking baby toe on Patrick Mahomes' foot. Fuck out of here, you little pussy ass bitch. I'm so out on Mahomes.
I agree with that.
I'm out on Mahomes now.
We did hear Giselle complain about Brady can't catch a pass, but she was quieted after that.
That was his stupid wife, though.
The Mahomes family is obnoxious and annoying. They've been that way for a long time.
Did you see Portnoy's video today that came out?
Making fun of his brother.
Making fun of his brother.
And that kid was dancing after they won. It said Bucks win right behind him in that video.
No, they did that. They did that. They
put it in.
Oh, they put it. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
It wasn't him.
Put it in. Yeah.
Simple minds. Look, more to the point. To your point, Ray, with all that scrambling, we've been saying this. And toot, I did say that the Chiefs were gonna walk into one of these situations in this game. It just happened to be against Brady in the Super Bowl.
Perfect time.
Patrick Mahomes, for the first time I've seen him play, looked like a 24-year-old quarterback. I understand that his line was not good, but there were more than a handful of times that he held that ball way too long, tried to do too much with his athleticism. And if the Chiefs offense made any fucking adjustments, the Bucks defense put 4 guys, they put them in basically quarters defense to 25 yards from the line of scrimmage, let him catch the ball, and then tackled him. That's how you beat the Chiefs. That's exactly how you beat the Chiefs. You don't let Tyreek Hill go for 75-yard touchdowns.
He dropped a touchdown too right off his face.
A lot of them dropped it off their faces. Yeah, a lot of them.
I know we're down to Mahomes and all the bitchiness
I don't think
is really
he played
annoying,
that bad.
but he was gutsy, dude.
He was. Dude,
I still like
Mahomes
as a player. I think he's still probably the best quarterback in the league. You could see his mental development needs to come along. Because I think if he could have just done some pre-snap reads and told Andy Reid to put his cheesesteak menu down, they could have had some quick slants by Tyreek Hill and been chunking them up, made some adjustments.
Or run the ball more. They stopped running the ball early. They were in that game.
Edwards-Helaire was having some really good runs, and they stopped. They just stopped all of a sudden.
Dude, they had, remember, what was it, 6-3 or 7-3, and then they stopped them at the 1. right? So I mean, the momentum was shifting right there, and Kansas City was in that game. They were looking good. They're playing good defense. I mean, they just stopped them at the 1. They stopped running the football basically at that point where you were kind of gashing them. They had the number 1 rush defense, but the way Mahomes factor is, you can line up with 4 wide receivers and 1 running back and run the ball with this team.
Yeah.
They've done it all year. You have Le'Veon Bell you can mix in, and then you have Hilaire, who was looking really good, and they can catch passes out of the backfield. You saw none of that last night. None of that. You were trying to force every shot you can to deep to Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce had 10 catches, 137 yards. He was the lone bright spot on offense. They had no account for him.
Who's 17? Hartman?
Yeah, Nicole Hardman. Yep.
Dude, he dropped so many fucking passes.
Well, Tyreek, yeah. Tyreek.
They kept going to him, too. It's like, what are you guys doing? Adjust to that. This guy obviously has the jitters. Stop throwing to him. Go to someone else.
Yeah,
but they kept going and forcing it to him. It was
but
ridiculous.
That defense too. They're like, dude, JPP. I was saying it last night to my buddies over here. He averages more sacks per game after he blew up his hand than he did before. Then Sue, man, when he's been in Tampa Bay, he's been good. Levante David is a stud linebacker, free agent, which the Patriots would go jump all over him. Fucking stud linebacker in front for a good.
I feel like the Patriots could be the Red Sox.
Dude, he's great against the
run. We're going to be in
That's
on
a
everyone.
guy that they want to get. He's a 30-year-old guy. He's not going to get a huge deal. You know, he's a perfect Patriot target. But I mean, they were fucking studs. And Winfield, man, he played disgusting. Disgusting.
I just thought that the Chiefs, I thought the Chiefs offense or coaching staff were just outmatched in this game, and that's saying something because now Todd Bowles has a pretty good history as a defensive coordinator, but I didn't think this was his best year with the Bucs, and we saw in the first game against the Chiefs. I mean, Tyreek Hill had 225 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. So, but you have to tip your hat to him. Maybe it has something to do with Andy Reid's kid almost killing a baby girl in a drunk driving accident. Maybe they're a little bit distracted.
2 baby girls.
No, he only almost killed one.
Yeah, they're both in the hospital.
Yeah, one's
the other one was
condition.
The other one's.
I just feel so bad for Andy Reid, but on the field basis,
he's an enabling prick.
Okay, you have to imagine that was.
I'm gonna side with the Queen on that one.
A distraction.
He's fucking Jerry Remy.
You have to imagine that was a distraction in the game plans because they just never adjusted. No one did anything for the Chiefs.
You've seen it in Super Bowls before. Look back to the fucking Eagles, man. You saw clock management. Look at there's 7 minutes left in the game and they're fucking no hurry up offense again. It's like, what are you doing, Andy Reid? Like that's a big game. You've seen it with him in big games before. He lost 4 straight NFC Championship games in Philadelphia. Big fucking games. He finally broke through, and then you saw Donovan McNabb puking in the fucking game, and they were running a fucking no huddle, not even a no huddle offense. Remember that? They had a fucking 9-minute.
The other part of it though was on the defense too. Spagnuolo went in there with game planning for what the Chiefs do, which is throw it deep, and the Chiefs and Arians and Brady decided to go right out of McDaniel's playbook and check down, dump, check down, dump, check down, dump. The only time Brady threw it deep was basically at, on a 3rd down that they didn't need it, or, he had some chunk plays over the middle that are kind of common to him. It looked like Brady
a New England offense. I saw
and Spagnuolo did nothing to combat that. And the funny thing is, he has great success against Brady in that type of offense. They just went into halftime and said, "Okay, here's the deal. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to bump this defense up a little bit and make them beat us over the top." It would have been a closer game. It would have been. But Brady was perfectly content throwing it to Fournette and these guys out of the backfield. And waiting for Gronk to release off the line. Like that's bread and butter. That's fucking bread and butter. That's 21 for 29 for Brady. Like that's easy. It's easy money. They made it way too easy. Chiefs got coached. Just stop, Chiefs fans and Chief Nation. You're done. You're not a dynasty. You got the best player in the league, probably. Stop calling him a GOAT. It's not fair to him. He's 24. He's excellent. He's superb, but he's nowhere close. He's nowhere close. It's not even a discussion.
2 Super Bowls at 24. Think about that. Big Ben, 2 Super Bowls early. He was the next guy coming up chasing Brady. When Brady had 3, Ben had 2. Look what Ben done.
Hasn't been back since.
Hasn't been back since.
Yeah, that's what happens in these sports, Wilson, people. You don't get back sometimes.
Russell Wilson, same thing. Got his one early.
Dan Marino won his rookie year. Thought that he was going to be
back the next year. Lost to the Patriots. Same thing. Lost to Brady. Now fucking Mahomes lost to Brady from the Bucs. I mean,
if you're the Chiefs, you have to worry about Andy Reid as well, who's 68, 69 years old.
But which Rich and I,
he's a chicken basket away from having a heart attack.
I was just gonna say, Rich and I have a bet that you don't know about, Bill. Who's gonna live longer, Andy Reid or you?
It's tough.
Oh,
it's
that's
close.
definitely me.
It probably is. It might be
I don't
you.
eat fried chicken.
Yeah, but you're old as fuck.
Either way, Patrick Mahomes will have a new head coach at some point who is not the offensive genius that Andy Reid is. So
What's
we'll
that
see
other
what
guy? Bellamy?
Eric Bell.
Yeah, he's a guy, right? He's not getting a head coaching job, isn't he?
No, surprisingly, he probably should have. All right, the other big news out of this was what sparked Raymond's lashing out. The penalties, the early defensive calls. Bill, I know you thought you were against it. Got to tell you something, boys. That's the NFL. This is a game that is called. They called it close and they called it tight. But there's any Chiefs fans that wants to complain that it was hometown cooking or the refs like. That is some low level of intelligence commentary. You want to nitpick on some of the defensive holding calls? Fine. The big pass interference call on Evans was legit. That led to a big time momentum score. Other than that, I thought they called a close game. They kind of let it go a little bit more in the second half. You'd like to see them let it play a little bit more in the Super Bowl, but what does your new dog think of it, Bill?
He's barking. No, there was a couple. I thought the tripping one with Evans was legit. The one in the back of the end zone, I didn't think the ball was catchable. You know, they kind of gave him at the 1 yard line. I didn't like that. But the other, and there was a ticky. I thought the offsides one on the field goal looked questionable. You know, I just think it was the angle. But yeah, every call went to Tampa. I don't want to blame the refs. I don't think it's the reason they won. You still got to make the plays after. Anyone that blames the refs, they scored 9 points. None of those penalties. Again, yeah, like I said, I think the big questionable, the 2-1, the one in the field goal, I didn't see an angle where the guy was offsides. And then the Evans one in the back of the end zone. I didn't think that ball was catchable. I thought it was kind of ticky-tack. But other than that, I thought it was fine. But again, it leaned more to Tampa, but be more disciplined, period.
Can't hear you, Ray. You're muted.
Sorry. The only thing I didn't like was the Tyrann Matthews and Brady going at it with each other. Brady did get in his face. Why is Tyrann Matthews getting a fucking 15-yard penalty? That was a little ridiculous.
I didn't like those ones either, but they also gave Winfield one at the end for giving the deuces to. Yeah. I think that's bullshit. I think all that's bullshit. Yeah, the NFL, you let drug users and sellers and domestic abusers play in your league. They can
half of them were in the Super Bowl.
They can talk a little trash on the field. I mean, give me a fucking break with that stuff. I agree with you on that one, but they both got dinged for it. Sorry to interrupt, Ray.
No, that's all. But I mean. It's the Super Bowl.
You, Ray.
Super Bowl, let him play.
That's not a pass interference. Text message.
It was over his head. It wasn't catch. It wasn't catchable.
He would have caught it, dude.
Mike Evans
Romo said the same thing.
Fucking touchdown, Ray. Are you kidding me?
The ball was over here. Mike Evans was over here.
The ball landed 3 yards directly over his head. He catches that. He's gone. Watch the fucking replay, Ray. That is.
It doesn't even matter if it
was incidental too, but it doesn't matter. You tripped him.
It doesn't matter. They never call. It has to go out of bounds to be uncatchable. Like it has to be 15 yards away. He had a chance at the ball and he tripped him. It's a pass interference 100 out of 100 times. Even before.
Maybe we're talking about two different plays.
Pussies. You're just so.
We're talking about two different plays.
So butthurt that Brady won a fucking Super Bowl, Ray.
I'm sorry that my dog doesn't like peanut butter and I couldn't get it licked off my dick today like you are, Bill. I apologize.
I got laid this morning by your mother.
Lashing out, Bill.
I know you're lashing out.
Gee, cheap shots after cheap. First he came after me. And my artistry, and now he's coming after you. And look, I don't have any. I'm not passing any judgment on your peanut butter dog licking stuff.
That's never happened, you fucking assholes.
Okay.
I'm just saying. All right,
dogs. You guys have probably been having your nuts licked by your dogs for years.
No,
you two fucking girly dogs.
I don't think that just because you have a dog, it automatically means you get peanut butter licked.
You're right. I don't even own a dog. I don't even own a dog.
Weird. Ever since you got that shoulder surgery, you got a dog over your house, right? Can't jerk it, so you got a fucking dog to lick the nuts.
I don't need to jerk it. I have a girlfriend I can have sex with you.
Oh.
12:36.
I guess you're not releasing this right away.
Nope. Okay. Bucks, I believe, will be the Super Bowl favorites to start next season.
They have to be. Why wouldn't they be?
Easy schedule. Their division is going to be trash. And, you just won. You're going to bring back the same team. They got a shit ton of cap space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the only one would Godwin. They got actually a decent amount to bring back. So, but I think that again, you're going to see the Patriot effect. They all want to fucking win again. They're all going to start going there, taking less money. Brady,
Yep.
that's the Brady effect right there. You want to talk about knowing how to win? That's it. Take less money, put a team together. Let's go repeat this shit.
Yeah. What an absolute end to a what I thought was a relatively entertaining season, considering everything that they went through with COVID and everything else. I thought the playoffs were really good. I thought there was a lot of good teams, a lot of good storylines, a lot of intriguing shit going on. The NFL awards were released. Rodgers gets his third MVP, officially the GOAT at getting MVPs and being a douchebag. He had 48 touchdowns, 70.7 completion percentage, 4,300 yards, 121.5 passer rating, and lost to Brady in the NFC Championship. Congratulations to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Donald, third Defensive Player of the Year, probably should be his seventh or however many years he's been in the
TJ
league.
Watt, man. I think TJ Watt should have probably got it this year.
He held every defensive statistic. He was first in every defensive statistic, and he didn't get the award.
Yeah, that would be my only gripe.
Sucks for you, TJ.
Yeah.
Rookie
I
of the
think
year,
Donald should get it every year, but TJ Watt had a good
He had a better year.
good gripe this year.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert, Chase Young, respectively, get Rookie of the Year, offense defense. Congratulations, Ray, on your Washington
Thank you.
awards.
Thank you.
That kid's a stud. And Coach of the Year, I think, Bill, you called this, Kevin Stefanski from the Browns.
Cleveland, yeah. Yep.
Hall of Fame class, Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, Calvin Johnson kind of lead that one. No Richard Seymour. So I ask you to give me your final thoughts on the NFL season 2020 COVID pandemic. What did you guys think?
Good. It was good. You know,
Stellar
blunders.
fucking commentary.
No, there's no
right?
blunders. No blunders. I mean, the COVID outbreaks were happening all the time. You know, they had to reschedule some games, but there was no games that got canceled. You know, they had a full season. Playoffs went on without a hitch. No one got sick in the Super Bowl. You know, everything was it. You know, they actually had a season, which we didn't think they were going to be able to do.
Bill, I thought that now this is bad for us, but I think that the Patriots' dominance in the NFL has made for a more intriguing and exciting NFL across the league. You saw the emergence of the Bills. You saw the Dolphins make some noise.
Cleveland.
You saw Cleveland. It just opened up, you know, the Brady effect in the AFC went away, and it opened up all, you know, your Titans were there. And then, the NFC quarterback situation is stellar. Like you said, Brady goes through Breeze, Rodgers, then Mahomes in the Super Bowl. I mean, you know, I just think it's a good league right now. And I think we saw that this year on display, even without fans and everything else they had to go through in COVID. And I thought the playoffs were good. What do you think? I mean, do you agree with that Patriots take?
I don't disagree. Yeah. I mean, I think, again, more exciting for especially, like you said, like the Bills that thought they had a legitimate chance going in now without the Patriots. Same thing with the Dolphins. You know, even Cleveland. I mean, it opened up another playoff spot, like you said, because the Patriots weren't guaranteed like every single year. They're guaranteed a top 2 seed every year. You know, now it opened up for basically 6 teams now, because KC was basically a lock from day one. You know, you talk about quarterbacks. I mean, it's been an exciting years. I was a little down on it myself, but the emergence of the young quarterbacks, NFC is still loaded with quarterbacks, still tons of talent, emergence of Kyle Murray there. Even now you're seeing a shakeup at the end of the year, Stafford and Goff too. So, I mean, there's still a lot of quarterback talent, and then there's going to be more coming in. But It was a weird year with the way COVID, you know, with no fans, but the overall viewing experience, give it an A.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, I think some of those midseason games were kind of lacking because of the fandom there, but
especially the shitty Thursday night games. No
yeah,
fans.
it's pretty bad. I will say though, without Brady in this game, it probably lacks a lot of juice. I mean,
especially
the day
if Mahomes played this bad.
Yeah, the day that there are no, and let's be honest, the 2 weeks leading up to the Super Bowl, it was basically just Patriots talk. It was Patriots and Brady, and that's kind of it. It led the headlines. So another year, even without the Patriots in the Super Bowl, Brady's there, and you know, it's tantalizing and it's fun and exciting and something to talk about. The day that the NFL doesn't have this Patriots Brady thing, it's going to be an adjustment, I think, in terms of entertainment value. I'm not trying to sound biased about it. I just think that's true. I don't think there's a team or a player that's as exciting one way or the other, whether you hate them or love them, to talk about. And Luckily for the NFL, I think they'll have Brady for a few more years. Hopefully, Belichick can get off his shit can and get the Patriots back into that conversation.
Real quick, you're looking at the bright star. Next one, Mahomes, 9 points, biggest stage against the best player of all time.
Yeah,
there you go.
Flop. All right, there's a little bit of news. We'll see if we can get in the after show. But this has been the Simple Minds Sports Show Super Bowl recap edition. Headlines February 15th. See you on Tuesday. Bye bye.
February 9th or 8th.
9th, sorry.
Bye-bye.
8th, whatever it is.
Bye.
Celtics lose. No Jaylen Brown. No Marcus Smart. Kemba sucked again.
Bad loss.
Bad loss. They got to go. They got to beat the Jazz. They got to go 3-2 on this road trip. Then they get Raptors, Pistons, Wizards, which are 3 that are very winnable. Should win at home. Get Jaylen healthy.
Middle of the pack team. Ooh.
Bill, Celtics middle of the pack team.
They look like it right now. What are they, 12-10? I mean, I get it. They've been battling injuries, but come on, you're better than my Phoenix Suns. I mean, even the Knicks. You've seen the Knicks just made a move too. Got Derrick Rose, for Smith Jr. It doesn't matter. The Knicks are playing well. I just feel like right now the Celtics are looking like we had hopes like even 2 weeks ago that they were still top 3. I know they're top 14, but right now they're looking like middle of the pack.
Raymond, do you agree or disagree?
Disagree because they're not healthy. You haven't had Jaylen and Jason play at the same time for more than like 5 games in a row. So let's see what happens when they all get healthy. You had P. Rabbit pretty much use your point guard last night because Jeff Teague sucks. So, I mean, there's a lot of learning on this team. A lot of young players have to find their roles and find their niche in the NBA, and they haven't done it yet. So let's see All-Star break how this team fares out.
I don't think they're a middling team, Bill. I don't know if they're better than some of the top echelon, but before COVID hit the Celtics, they had the best record in the East, damn near the best record in the NBA. Jaylen Brown was playing out of his mind. Jason Tatum was playing out of his mind. You didn't have Kemba. COVID hits, you don't have Tatum. Kemba comes back slow, then you don't have Smart, then you don't have Brown. You go through an adjustment period, and West Coast swings for East Coast teams in the NBA are tough. Coming out of there with a 3-2 record will be a win out of this. And like I said, I think
number one team out west right now.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're gonna do it, but they beat the Clippers. I get it; they were injured too. It's the NBA. You can't get too far behind because even though home court advantage doesn't mean a whole lot in COVID, who knows where we'll be in June with this COVID thing. MLB's planning on having fans. The NBA might as well. So I think the talent is there. I think Danny Ainge has some roster moves to make, and he needs to be aggressive this year. If he's aggressive and lands his moves, then they're in good shape. Because we've been saying it forever, but their bench is weak. Teague sucks. Peyton Pritchard is your backup point guard. Lock that in. And Kemba's just got to find a shot. Jalen's got to get healthy. Marcus has got to get healthy.
You notice why you got Teague at the veteran minimum? Jesus fucking Christ, he was bad. Like he did just bury his ass on the bench. Just go with the white guy. Go with him.
He's a legit offensive weapon. He's a really nice piece off the bench.
Now you got to add. You got to add. That's another piece you got to add. You got to add another backup point guard at this point because Teague is not the guy. At some point, you just outright release him. At this point, if you can make a trade, you need a roster spot. The NBA pays half the veteran minimum contract, and it doesn't count against your salary cap. I believe is something weird like that. So the NBA is paying half his contract. Just boom, gone.
I think you have to hold him though because he's a free agent. Isn't that one of those stupid NBA rules?
I don't think you have to hold him the whole season. I think
it's like midway, like 3 months or something. I don't know. It's something weird.
Yeah, it's like 60 days into the season or something. It's like that's what it used to be in the summer when you signed a summer free agent. You couldn't trade him for X amount of days.
Right,
so I think,
right. Yeah.
So it's like I think they upped it now.
They'll pass that threshold. Here's the bottom line. Not getting lost in particulars. Danny Ainge needs to be aggressive. You can see now. I get that Duke stench is all over Tatum, and I don't like a lot of his body language on the court a lot of times. But you can see the frustration that he knows he's playing with guys that he should not be playing with. I've been saying it now for weeks. Go build a team, Danny. It's time. No more Carson Edwards. No more Tremont Waters. No more Renew Langfords. No more fucking peach baskets. Peyton Pritchard has no more. Even Ojale. Bye. Ojale has given Danny Ainge a beautiful gift. Semi Ojale has played himself into a rotational player in the NBA that we know is false news because we've seen him before. His value is high. Tack him on a deal. Let's go. Take that bench, wipe it out, Give me 2 or 3 guys that know how to play the game in the NBA that are veterans that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum can play around, and that's your ticket. That's the move that they need to go with. Enough of the fucking youth movement off the bench. It's over.
Yep.
Give
Add the
these
talent.
guys
Let's
someone to
go.
win with.
You got to. You got to. At this point.
And then quickly, Billy Baseball hot stove. Dodgers land Bauer.
Jesus.
Dodgers
fucking
land
Christ.
Trevor Bauer. Ray, you said this. Dodgers Padres should be an interesting story, an awesome rivalry. I just asked the question: if any of those teams lose, do the fans give a shit
Dodgers
in San Diego in LA?
Nope.
Dodgers, yes, they have a pretty big fan base but San Diego, no.
It's
No,
just
they
they're
don't
a
give a
bad
shit.
fan. It's not an East Coast fan base on the West
Right.
Coast, especially in Southern California. It's just not.
I think the Dodgers are.
How many people
honestly.
migrate
They have
there?
a storied franchise, at least. You know what
But
I
they
mean?
have like a good percentage of their fans are still from like Brooklyn roots, like
Yep.
Yeah.
the LAites, whatever the hell they're called out there. They don't care. It's 80, sunny, everyone's hot, and you're eating salad.
But
That's it.
how many of them are actually from LA or Southern California for San Diego? Everyone migrates there. There's no real San Diego, like true San Diego people that root for the Padres, you know? They're all from out other places in the country, so that's why they don't have a big fan base, I don't think.
Dude, but as a
Dodgers are the
pure-
team to beat, though, Bill.
my
I
God.
mean, what
Oh,
a
fuck
what
yeah.
a
Oh my
what a
God.
team, what a rotation, what the money. They're the new Yankees. They just are going
They're
for it.
loaded. Yeah, dude, that rotation just, Kershaw, obviously, out of respect, starts game one. But Kershaw, Bueller, Price, Bauer, Price, and then you're probably going to put Ueris, I think that's how you say his name, at the fifth starter. He's like 22 or 23. He's a stud as well. I mean, you can move him from the bullpen. You got Dustin May there too, and not to mention their fucking offense. They haven't even brought back Turner yet, Justin Turner. There's rumors that I think the Brewers are in on him at some
Blue
point.
Jays.
Blue Jays. Sorry, yeah, but he hasn't signed yet. He's probably going to come back at less money now. This team's a fucking juggernaut. But again, the Padres, they're fucking loaded going out and getting Darvish, that kid from Korea they signed too, and they traded for another pitcher. I just forget his name too, but they're fucking
Like a Snell.
Blake Snell, yeah, and DJ LeMahieu's out there too. Their team is fucking loaded as well. It's gonna be a fun run race out there in the West. But Dodgers are the team to beat. Those are the two best teams in all of baseball. And that fucking Trevor Bauer deal is disgusting. $40 million this year, 45 next year. Opt out after year one and year two. 3-year, $102 million deal. Disgusting. Averages more than Garrett Cole, who is the best pitcher in all of baseball. But he said he wanted to sign a short-term deal, but he got paid.
Yeah.
And he can opt right out. He can do this all over again next year.
Yeah.
All year one, year two, and he can bail. So you'll see.
When it rains, it pours in New York. If you're a Mets fan,
And he's gonna fucking dominate in LA.
he might. I've been on this. Trevor Bauer is. He's not been the dominant pitcher that he's been the last year or
Cincinnati
two in
was,
his
though.
career. I know that,
But
but
now
he
he's
can,
come-
I
now
think
he's
he can easily
full-time.
revert back to a 3 ERA pitcher. I think he can easily revert back to that.
He just got
wait and see.
$102 million.
Well, a lot of
Yeah.
times when guys get that, they do revert back to a 3.0 ERA.
Well, just
pitcher.
think about the opt out though. That's going to motivate him because he can go over this next year and get another huge deal. He wanted to basically sign 1-year deals, and this basically is a 1-year deal.
Yeah, or he
you
could
know.
not collect the cash and sit on his ass in LA or on the beach.
He just doesn't seem like the guy that'll do that, but who knows?
He cut his finger on a fucking drone.
Anyone
does.
could have
On a
done that.
Millennium Falcon drone in the
He seems like
playoffs,
he
chopped his finger off.
He
Come
seems
on.
like the kind of guy that'd buy a van and have a surfboard on it and just camp
He
out.
seems
on
like
the
a
beach
Kyrie
all the time.
Irving type that at any point in time, baseball doesn't mean shit to him, and he doesn't care.
Respect his artistry.
Yeah, he's a nutcase. I wouldn't trust him with it. And if you're the Dodgers, you don't have to because your team is loaded and you have more money than God. So good for them. And the Mets lose again. So it's just a funny fan base to laugh at.
Just don't let David Price get involved and show him Fortnite because then that would be a downfall of Bauer's career too. Both of them taking the season off because of COVID-related issues,
Yeah,
Go to
there's
play
no
Fortnite all
guarantee
night.
he's coming back either, Price.
Oh,
Just hanging out in their whitey tighties playing video games.
That
Oh,
helps
the
the Red Sox. That
the
helps the Red
life.
Sox if he doesn't come back too, just for that. Gives them more money.
Okay. All right. Bye, boys.
Bye.
bye-bye.